Hi guys, Dominique Drew here with The Art of Attraction. If you're new to my work, by all means welcome. I help single men attract life partners through personal and relationship coaching. And today I just wanted to record a quick video for you about loneliness, okay? And how, if you're spending a lot of time being lonely, then that in itself can perpetuate more loneliness and keep you single. And I know it's so awful. It's like such a kick me when I'm down type of thing, but it really is accurate. So, um, what tends to happen is, you let's say get out of a relationship and the world's still full of possibilities. And you're like, no problem, I'll find someone. Or you're young and you think that it'll things will turn around or will change, even if it's been going on for quite some time, right? But what ends up happening is gradually, you keep either having negative experiences or gradually, the loneliness kind of sets in. And the thing about loneliness is it causes you to isolate. It causes you to kind of withdraw. You don't really feel like going out and connecting with people usually when you're feeling lonely. And so it causes you to withdraw, which then, of course, perpetuates more loneliness. So that's the first thing that happens. And the second thing that happens is that you start to kind of justify it in your head. I speak to, I offer a free strategy session with people who are interested in working with me, where we talk for about an hour about, how it works to work with me and what they're struggling with in their dating life and how I can help. And so I end up speaking to a lot of single men. And the thing is about this loneliness is what they tend to do is they're like, oh, it's not so bad, you know. Yes, I'm lonely. Yes, it's been years. Or yes, my dating life is really frustrating. Or my relationships keep ending and I don't know why. Or whatever it is that you're struggling with that's resulting in this loneliness, they'll tend to justify it. You know? Well, it could be worse, or it's better than it was. And like, those aren't reasons not to fix it. Is your love life exactly where you want it to be? Like, are you thrilled with every single aspect of it? Because if that's the case, great. But if there's anything else, then it's fixable. You know, yes, this creates a cycle. The more you feel the loneliness, the more you kind of stay stuck in it, or you adjust to it being the new normal. But it's a way out. It's just that the longer that you wait, the harder it is to get out of this rut that you're in, right? And, I do have a method to do that. I take people who have been struggling for decades, truly. I think 50 years is the strongest, or is the longest relationship pattern I've ever helped to solve. And so it's always turnaroundable. But, the longer you wait, the harder it gets. Okay, and the more you get sunk into that place of loneliness and isolation. Um, and so then you kind of you normalize it. That becomes what you adjust to. You're like, all right, this is just how life is. And now that's the level that you're operating. Okay, so it's not like you're normally up here and you're just feeling lonely and coming back up. It's like gradually you start just functioning down here and like, now this is just life, right? And when you're down here, it's a lot more difficult to meet people, okay? Because you've got this sort of resignation, this kind of jadedness about you, even if you're not aware of it, right? It might even be happening on a deep level inside, but people can feel it. That's what projects itself when you speak with people or when you try and date, right? So you can see how you're creating this kind of uphill difficulty for yourself. So the longer you tell yourself that you're fine, it just puts off the inevitable, right? Nothing actually changes. Again, I have people who come to me because they've been struggling for 20 years, 50 years, sometimes just 2 or 3 years, sometimes 30. It depends how fast you want to solve your problem, and how long you want to cross your fingers and sure hope that it works itself out on its own. Okay, but I've done this work myself for about 15 years, and I've never seen that happen. So yeah, if that's if you sort of sit in that place of, well, I guess it's fine, then that perpetuates itself and you just don't go anywhere. So what is the solution here, right? So if this is something that you experience, you're feeling really lonely a lot, you're kind of getting used to it, it's increasing more and more, this rut is getting sort of more and more solid, is to shift that loneliness when you feel it. Okay, so instead of either making it okay or really just accepting it when it comes, next time try challenging it, right? You got to push yourself outside of those comfort zones. I don't mean like, take a huge risk and like ask out a beautiful woman that you've never, that you've wanted to ask out for ages. I mean, if you want to do that, that's great. But here, even just small steps are really better, okay? Call your sister on the phone, have a visit with your mom, go out with your friends, do something that reaches out and makes a connection in that moment, even if it's for 5 minutes, okay? And what that'll do is you're retraining your system a little bit, okay? When you have that feeling, instead of being like, yes, this is normal, you see how even that motion that I just did without thinking, it's like, yes, this loneliness, like I'm saying yes to it. I'm like, it's okay. And then you reach that stuck place, right? So instead, oh, there's that loneliness. I think I won't just slide into that sort of a slippery slope. I think I won't go that direction. Instead, maybe I'll see what my friend is up to, and maybe that person's not available, so I'll try someone else. Whatever it is, it doesn't need to be a deep, profound, or even a wildly joyful experience. It needs to be something different. Okay, if you try something different, then you will go a different place. You will go somewhere new. Okay, and that's what's really important here, because what causes the rut, right? What causes a rut psychologically and energetically is the same thing that causes a rut physically, right? You keep going in the same path. You keep doing the same thing, and so a literal rut is created, right? Same with the pathways in the brain. So this just allows you to change that pattern. Just allows you to do something different, and already that unhinges the rut a little bit and starts to give you some more opportunity. The more you do that, okay, and I'm talking like multiple times per day if you need to, the more you do that, the faster that you will break out of that rut and be able to shift this pattern. Okay, so the loneliness that you're feeling will the hold that it kind of has on you will start to loosen a little bit, and it'll start to be the more you make a different choice, the easier it will be to make a choice. You're literally creating a new rut. Okay, you're creating a new way of being. So just break that pattern. Okay, talk to a friend. Go outside for a hike if you can. Call your mom. Whatever it is that you need to do to really connect. Okay, nothing online, nothing sort of within yourself. Connect with another person. Again, even just casually, just for the practice of getting out of that space and doing something different, and you're going to see it shift really quite quickly. So I hope this is helpful, and I look forward to speaking with you on a call. Thanks so much, guys. Talk soon. Bye-bye.